With Chinese flags wafting in the cold wind, Beijing's boulevards are quiet. Rather than remain silent, though, some residents are ready to speak out in support of this past weekend's protesters and against stringent COVID restrictions.
The consequences of the lockdown don't affect me too much, but seeing them fighting for freedom, I think is very inspiring.
The lockdown measures are unnecessary. They just need to identify the close contacts and quarantine them. There's no need to quarantine the whole building or the whole neighborhood. Not everyone is a close contact.
Police are out in Beijing watching over the streets. In Shanghai, too, at the site of this weekend's protests calling for Xi Jinping to resign, barricades were erected and police cars stood watch. The order of the top Chinese security body was very clear on Tuesday to ensure there's no dissent over Beijing's zero-COVID policy.
China will resolutely crack down on the infiltration and sabotage activities of hostile forces. Illegal and criminal acts that disrupt social order will not be tolerated.
But protests are continuing despite the crackdown. In Hong Kong, a few individuals held up signs before a university in solidarity. And according to social media, protests turned violent Tuesday night in Guangzhou, with riot police clearing away protesters. In addition to forcefully stomping out dissent and investigating those who protested across the country this past weekend, authorities have closed at least 10 universities. Many students had protested on Saturday and Sunday, but the reason given for sending Chinese students home? To protect them from rising COVID numbers.